Government Television. Welcome to this week's Kern County Board of Supervisors meeting. Originating from the County Administrative Center, located at 1115 Truxton Avenue in Bakersfield, California. Grounded in ideas, energy, and innovation, Kern County's vision is to be a driving force for the world's fifth largest economy. And our mission is to exceed expectations of the communities we serve, changing the way they feel about government, those who manage it, and the services it provides. Today's Kern County Board of Supervisors meeting will convene momentarily.
Okay, good afternoon. Board to reconvene. Clerk, will you call the roll?
Supervisor Peters.
Here.
Supervisor Scribner.
My mic won't turn on. Oh, there it goes. My mic won't turn on. Here it goes. Here. Excuse me.
Supervisor Flores.
Here.
Supervisor Couch.
Here.
Supervisor Perez.
Here.
Okay, good afternoon. Welcome to the Tuesday, February 7th, 2023, 2 p.m. meeting of the Board of Supervisors. Before I get started, I'd like to make a report from closed session. I have an announcement that today in closed session regarding item 41 in this morning's agenda, I'm happy to report by unanimous 5-0 vote, the Board of Supervisors appointed Jose Lopez as the interim county veteran services officer effective February 11th, 2023. Mr. Lopez will lead our veteran service department upon the resignation of our veteran services officer, Joshua Danens. Mr. Lopez began working for the county in 2015 with the Department of Human Services and promoted to the Veteran Services Department in 2017, where he has served as the Veteran Services Manager for the last year. Prior to his employment with the county, Mr. Lopez served in the U.S. Army from 2005 to 2011. And the board thanks Mr. Lopez for serving as interim director in his service to our country, and we look forward to working with you, sir, moving forward. Would you like to come up and say a few remarks? Yeah, welcome.
Thank you, everybody. Good afternoon, Chairman, members of the board, Madam Clerk, and Mr. Alsop. I would like to take a moment to thank you for giving me the opportunity to take the helm of the Veteran Service Department. I'd be remiss if I didn't also thank those whose shoes I am filling, those who served as the best mentors that I could ask for, Joshua Danens and Dick Taylor. I also have to thank my family, my mother and sisters who are here with me today, and my fiance who couldn't make it today. I want to assure your board and the community that I intend to continue the great work that the department has been doing. My goal for the department is to build on the team and improve the processes in place in order to meet and exceed the needs of the veteran community and their dependents. My plan is to focus on professional development of staff, interagency training, and establish partnerships with other county departments and community-based organizations to promote advocacy for Kern County veterans. I have only my reputation of hard work and problem solving to offer, but I pledge to do my best. Again, thank you for the opportunity, and I look forward to navigating whatever the future holds for the department.
Thank you, Mr. Lopez. Okay, at this time, we'll hear from Assistant County Counsel Kendra Graham for a report on actions taken in closed session.
Good afternoon, Chairman, board members. This morning, following the AM agenda, your board also met in closed session on items 40 and 42 on the AM agenda. There were no reportable actions taken with respect to these two items. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, County Counsel. Okay, now we'll begin by considering the consent agenda. Agendas are located at the back chambers for those that want to follow along.
I'm sorry, can I say something to them?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Thank you so much. We don't always say something to new appointees, but sometimes it makes sense. But I wanted to welcome you to the Veteran Services. Josh was remarkable. We love him and miss him. Wish him the best in Tennessee with his family and their new chapter. And I appreciate you recognizing both him and Dick Taylor, who are longtime mentors and defenders and advocates for veterans in the community. And to your family and to your fiance and to everyone whose victory and success this is, we extend to you our greatest congratulations, and hope for you to know this board is totally devoted to the veterans in Kern County. Not all counties have that kind of enthusiasm. Certainly here, I think we kind of top out, and so you're lucky, and we're lucky to have you. So, Godspeed to you, and please know that this is a very important department for the county, and that there's lots more we could do, and that you have great partners up here. So thank you for your service to this country and to our veterans.
Thank you. Thank you, Supervisor Perez. Concur fully. Okay, so all items listed with the C8 or C above the item number are considered to be routine and non-controversial by county staff. The CA represents the consent agenda for the Board of Supervisors, and the C represents the consent agenda for the Kern Sanitation Authority. Consent items will be considered first and may be approved by one motion. If a member of the audience wishes to comment or ask questions regarding an item on the consent agenda, they may do so prior to a vote being taken. A member of the board may remove any item from the consent agenda. It will be considered in its listed sequence with an opportunity for any member of the public to address the board concerning the item before action is taken. At this time, I will read the consent agenda item numbers for the Board of Supervisors agenda. On page 2, items 4 and 5. On page 3, items 6 through 8. On page 4, items 9 through 15. On page 5, items 16 through 21. On page 6, items 22 through 27. Page 7, items 29 through 35. Page 8, items 36 through 41. And page 9, items 42 through 47. So I'll entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda and adjourn as the Board of Supervisors reconvene as the Kern Sanitation Authority.
Mr. Chairman, would you like to ask if anyone would like to comment on
Thank you.
consent?
Yeah, would anyone like to comment on our consent agenda before we move forward? We have one person, come on up.
Thank you, Chairman.
Thank you. Thank you for the notation.
Hello, District 1 through 5, Council, Kathleen, hello. First and foremost, I would like to say thank you, and I appreciate all you guys' approval and the toys that are given out in that community of East Bell Terrace, because it's very much needed, because there's so many drug use over there, and like so much like needles in the sand and stuff like that. It's one of the only parks that actually hasn't been refurbished, and the community doesn't have water slides for the children when it's too hot outside, especially for the project kids. You know, they're already less fortunate, so now that they have something to look forward to, something nice, like instead of just a new school, they have some new toys and new obstacles. It's gonna bring up more things in the community for the people. You know what I'm saying? And we would like to say thank you, and we appreciate you so much.
We know you, but can you provide your name for the record?
Christina Crumpton.
Thank you, Christina. And what was the item number specifically that you were addressing? Do you know?
Clerk, it's reference to the playground equipment at the Bell
East
Terrace
Bell
Park.
Terrace.
Got
And
it.
so our apologies for that. Of course,
okay.
our Animal Control Commissioner, Christina Crompton, and others are very excited about
Very.
the progress that's being made at that park. I know you're a mother, and you send your children to the school and to that park.
Yeah.
This is a big deal.
Even
Thank you for being
Commissioner,
here.
like you see Rosby, she's very excited about the new changes that's going on. So it's very much thrilled, and like we oblige you all. Thank you.
Good, thank you. Okay. Any other comments on the, absolutely, thank you. Any other comments on the consent agenda before we have a motion? Okay.
Mr. Chair, I'll move approval of the consent agenda, adjourn as the Board of Supervisors, and reconvene as the Kern Sanitation Authority.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion second. Members, cast your vote.
The motion is approved. All ayes.
Okay, we're now sitting as the Kern Sanitation Authority, and we'll consider the consent agenda, which includes item C1. Is there anyone in the audience that'd like to comment on that item? Okay, I'll entertain a motion to approve that consent agenda item and reconvene as the, adjourn from Kern Sanitation and reconvene as Board of Supervisors.
So moved.
Motion second. Members, cast your vote.
Thank you. The motion is approved. All ayes.
Okay, we have reconvened as the Board of Supervisors, and we'll consider item number 2 under public presentations. This portion of the meeting is reserved to persons to address the board on any matter not on this agenda but under the jurisdiction of the board. Board members may respond briefly to statements made or questions posed. They may ask a question for clarification, make a referral to staff for factual information, or request staff to report back to the board at a later meeting. Also, the board may take action to direct the staff to place a matter of business on a future agenda. Speakers are limited to 2 minutes. Please state and spell your name before making your presentation. Thank you. Any members that want to come forward under public presentations? Thank you.
Good afternoon, Chairman and Supervisors. I'm Jason LaForge, J-A-S-O-N-L-A capital F-O-R-G-E, and I'm based out of Oklahoma City. And I also have a Rob Nelson with me as well. He's based out of California. So due to time, I'm gonna stick to my notes here. We're here to deliver correspondence outlining concerns regarding the competitive bid process for your public safety radio system. Several points that are in the letter that we will provide you include a lack of transparency in the process that jeopardizes the integrity of the process. It has been communicated that the standard format of award debrief negotiations would occur. It is our understanding that the county is currently in negotiations, and the city as well, with the vendor before the award has even been made. Very little to no information was provided from the open records request. We did learn that Bakersfield sole sourced over $1.8 million in radios from another responder in the RFP. The county did not provide any information, even though we know sole source purchases were made, and an additional request to sole source was even made for more radios recently to this board. It also touches on the previous protest submitted to this board by another radio communications provider and local business owner stating that there was favoritism and bias in the process. We are requesting again for Kern County to provide the requested detailed information regarding how the county and city arrived to negotiate the contract before award. This would include any information regarding the RFP scoring, pricing, and any communications regarding this project and any other radio-related items. Since this communication system will be one of the largest procurement in Kern County's history, it is incumbent that your board scrutinizes every aspect of this RFP process for the taxpayers and public safety end users. Full transparency in the light of day is always better than operating in the dark. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. LaForge. Is there anything you'd like to drop with our clerk?
I do.
Mr. Chairman,
Yeah, Supervisor Couch.
ask, are you at liberty to divulge who you are representing today?
I'm with L3 Harris Technologies.
Thank you.
Sorry,
Thank you. It's the timer. Thank you. Okay, thank you.
thank you.
Okay, any other public comments at this time? Okay, seeing none, we'll move to board member announcements or reports. I have one item, if no other.
Yep. Chairman,
No.
oh, go ahead.
Supervisor Couch, go ahead.
Thanks.
Oh, okay, go Supervisor Peters.
Thank you, Chairman. I just wanted to acknowledge we have with us today Mr. Clayton Dunbar, and this morning he was appointed to the District 1 appointee position on the Kern County Planning Commission. So he's joined here with his wife Courtney, and I just wanted to thank Mr. Dunbar for his willingness to serve on the Planning Commission. I know that's a big job and a big responsibility, but I know he's going to do a great job. And I just wanted to take a chance to say thank you and acknowledge him for that effort. So thanks, Clayton.
Good. Sure. Any other members? Oh, Supervisor Perez.
Thank you, Chairman. I want to thank my colleagues for the item number 32, which is the monies devoted to playground equipment at Bell Terrace Park that my Animal Control Commissioner, Christina Crompton, commented on a moment ago. I really just want to thank you for the consistent support of the work that is happening in that area. That is an $70 million STEM school, an unprecedented investment into Southeast Bakersfield. My understanding from many, many, many reports is that the school's presence there, between two historically rival gang areas, if you will, has had such a profound impact on parents and many fathers there that have, from my understanding, focusing on a peaceful location and a neutral zone for children to learn in. And I understand that's not everybody's issue on the board. I respect that, but in my community it is. And the idea that investments of this nature, which not only support and promote and encourage the skills acquisition, high school acquisition, college acquisition for our young people, to be right here and committed to this county's economy. To think that these kind of investments could encourage that behavior from otherwise hopeless, frustrated, stressed communities, I think is absolutely extraordinary. And it's something I had not anticipated. And I am so grateful, for the prospect of what it means to make investments for children in this community that encourage and give hope to parents who otherwise maybe have checked out of belief in what it is we're all working towards here together. And so I want to thank my colleagues and all of the people that are involved in, in making that community beautiful, enticing for families and children. Carl Brewer is a big component of that. You see Joe Osby from the Parks Commission. Our commissioners here are coming together in new ways, forging new ties and partnerships to focus on our children and to make sure that they can participate in the bounty of Kern County. So sincerely, to my colleagues, thank you. That it has been a consistent support from here and General Services, and it's picking up. We know the pandemic slowed down a number of items that we had been very hopeful for in that community, and now to see them pick back up by today's agenda item is very, very encouraging. So thank you, colleagues, and thank you, Chairman.
Thank you, Supervisor Perez. It's
good stuff.
Okay. Any other comments? Okay, I'm not seeing any. I'll close with my comment under member announcements. I'd like to ask the board if we can adjourn this afternoon's PM meeting in memory of last count 6,200 souls that have tragically died as a result of the massive earthquakes in Turkey and northern Syria this week. The death toll is expected to rise in the days ahead. And with that request, a reminder to all of us in Kern County, in the state of California, that the threat of massive earthquake here is a reality to all of us, and we must be continued to prepare for that. Not when, but it's not a matter of if, but when. Part of that is being prepared to make sure you're assigned to Ready Kern, where you and your family can receive important news and information from Kern County via text message in the event of a major emergency. And Kern County residents can sign up to receive these Ready Kern messages by visiting our fire department website at kerncountyfire.org. And those text messages are very important because when it goes, when there's an emergency, it's my understanding that the texts are not affected the way cell phone service is. So just wanted to leave you with that. Okay, moving forward to item 28 now under the County Administrative Office. This is a proposed countywide pedestrian infrastructure improvements funded with coronavirus local fiscal recovery funds and a request to recognize unanticipated revenue in the roads fund in the amount of $30 million to fund the projects. And Ryan Alsop, our CAO, you'll lead the discussion.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Chairman, members of the board. I'm going to ask Mr. Zerfus from our office to handle this item.
Thank you, Mr. Zerfus.
Thank you, Honorable Chairman and members of the board. The county received $174.8 million in coronavirus local fiscal recovery funds through the American Rescue Plan Act over the past year and a half. On August 30th, 2022, your board approved an updated plan for the use of those funds as part of the county's annual budget process. One of the most significant changes in this updated plan was the allocation of $30 million for pedestrian safety infrastructure improvement projects in disadvantaged communities specifically. Over the past 6 months, our staff has been working with the Kern County Public Works Department to identify projects to be completed with these funds. These projects have been identified that meet the ARPA requirements, that are not otherwise funded or have other funding sources to accomplish these projects. They have been strategically selected from throughout Kern County, so we're spreading these projects all around the county, specifically to enhance safety and mobility and to provide for healthier communities. So with me today is your Public Works Director, Sam Lux. Sam is going to walk your board through each of the individual projects that are going to be completed with this $30 million if your board approves this list today as recommended. Thank you, and I'm available to answer any questions.
Thank you.
Good afternoon. As Mr. Zervis said, these projects we spread out through each 5 districts. Our estimate for what we were trying to do in each district was about $5 million, leaving the last $5 million for contingency based on what's happening. And as soon as we start seeing the projects and getting our estimates through, we can then add projects or adjust as we need to. The list we have here today is pretty much sidewalk projects where we've identified gaps or area of need and within each district, and as it was stated previously, it dealt with disadvantaged communities, and there was pretty strict boundaries as to where those were. The first in Supervisor District 1, we had 2 projects, one along Lake Isabella Boulevard and one just off of Lake Isabella Boulevard. This first project goes from Botfish Canyon Road to Elizabeth Norris Road and would provide approximately 1 mile of sidewalks, which will increase access to the Tank Park and local markets and several businesses along that area. The improvement cost for this project is about $2.5 million. The next project is just off Lake Isabella Boulevard in a neighborhood there. It is to improve access to the Lakeland Street area, the Kern River Valley Library, and businesses along there. If you'll see towards the bottom here is where we would connect in with an existing pedestrian bridge that's there. This project is also estimated at $2.5 million. For Supervisor District 2, we had 2 projects as well. First one is in Ford City, Taft Heights. It's about 2.5 miles of various roadways of adding in sidewalk along there. We were focusing mainly on routes to the Jefferson Elementary School. We are improving 4 crosswalks that will be upgraded for high visibility and safety. And this is proposed at about $4 million for this neighborhood. The second project was in Rosemond, going from 20th Street along from Orange Street South. It's approximately 1 mile in length, and it would connect to the Rosemond Elementary School, the Hummel Senior Center, and Kern Regional Transit and businesses on Rosemond Boulevard. Our estimate for that project is $1 million. For District 3, we had 1 project. It is along, it's 3 miles of roads within here. We have it on Sequoia. It's a sidewalk project as well, and we're doing some slurries in there to improve the visual of the crosswalks. We are focusing on routes to Beardsley Junior High School. This improvement is about $5 million, and we anticipate it'll improve access to Riverview Park, the community center, businesses on Chester Avenue, and Roberts Lane. In District 4, we had 3 projects that qualified. The Woods Addition, which is 3 miles of various roads that we will be improving. It will be tying into an existing pedestrian path that we have on DeGiorgio, which will allow these residents to get to the David Head Center, Bear Mountain Park, Lamont Park, and the library. We estimate this to be about $2.5 million. The next area is Dunsmuir area, which is just to the east of the Woods Addition. And in here, we will be putting in the sidewalks to increase mobility through there. It will also tie into our DeGiorgio ped path that we are currently working on. It is, we estimate this to be about $1.5 million. The final project in District 4 is Buena Vista Boulevard. And we're going from May Street to the mobile home park. It is approximately 1 mile in length. It'll improve access to Sunset Elementary, Weed Patch Park, and businesses on Main Street. The estimated cost of this improvement will be $1 million. For District 5, we have Rexland Acres. We will be continuing on to improve the area within the Rexland Acres area, addressing some of the streets that we missed with the previous ATP project that we had. It's approximately 2 miles. We'll improve access to the Fairview Elementary, Fairview Park, and businesses on Union Avenue. We estimate this to be about $4 million. And the final project we have is in the Foothill area, and it is providing a safe routes to school path along Park Drive and Mills Drive to the Foothill High. It's approximately 1 mile in length, and we believe it will cost about $1 million. And that is all of the projects we have proposed, and I'm here to answer any questions.
Okay, thank you. Before we go to public comment, Supervisor Perez.
Thank you, Chairman. This slide that shows how the $5 million for each district is broken up is quite possibly the most helpful slide I've ever seen in 11 years on the Board of Supervisors. No, really, you know, it just so clearly lays out the fairness of the allocation of resources. And I know we're fair, Ryan, I know you are, and your team, but really for the public to be able to see that distribution, this is just such an excellent layout. And I'm so excited to see in Couch's district so much happening in Lamont and Weed Patch area. That's so cool. Long overdue and much needed. So hats off to the team. Thank you.
Thank you. Any members from the public that would like to comment? Okay. I'll bring it back to the board. Before I entertain a motion, you know, we're all in, not inside, but we're all in the board, in the chamber. People are very engaged here. Kind of, we know what the Board of Supervisors do, but often in public, I get asked, what does the Board of Supervisors do? What do you do? It's like this esoteric body, and they don't fully grasp it. It's a sincere question. But, you know, presentations like this get to the heart of that. This is what we do. We build infrastructure. We improve arterials. We improve ADA access, walking, safe routes to school. This is where the rubber meets the road on a weekly, daily, monthly, yearly basis. And this is where we make positive impact for our constituents. So, so thank you. Thank you.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Okay, so we have a motion
Second.
and second. Yeah. That one too. So, okay, members cast your vote.
The motion is approved. All ayes.
Thank you. Okay, that moves us to adjournment. Having no additional items to consider, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn to Tuesday, February 14th, 9 a.m. session.
No, the 28th, I thought.
14th,
Oh, we're coming back the 14th. Oh, goodness.
before the big one.
My bad. So moved?
And we're adjourning in memory of the victims of the Turkish earthquake.
So moved.
Thank you. Okay, motion and second, members. No vote. Okay, see ya. Adjourn.